Okay, family, then we don't come back. This is now part 2. Me interview with Mr. Ibrahim Bockarie. As we not be here, then they talk about within the happen within Kwedu Limited and with government, how we stakeholders and they involve the politicians then, with traditional leaders then, and so are they come ask her now particularly about the legal action where Kwedu Limited been done take and the legal action where the workman and self take. Mr. Bockarie, you can tell me first about the legal action where Kwedu Limited and don't take we against the government and what it entail.
Well, now intent, I'm not sure whether they don't go officially to court because the first letters there, notice of then put as a notice of intent, and that the first lady for doing money we amount to $160 million or $150 million around that. They say because of interference, because of damages, because of defamation. So, but up to now, we don't see any official lawsuit if they don't carry out against the first lady.
Let me clarify this. What
Equally
in,
with the
yeah,
states.
Mr. Bockarie, sorry for cutting you off. What in really the
Yeah.
first lady do, apart from standing with the workman them, where in fact income in very late, what in the first lady do where then really put her at the center of this case?
Well, when bad politics they play in that country, then they take advantage of the political weakness. Now they go approach the first lady. The first lady don't ever go meet the company for negotiate. Members say this matter be there with the Ministry of Labor. When the workman complain, he go to the vice president's office for several months. He go to the mines ministry for several months. Later on, and then go to the first lady, the company, and say, let the first lady help them forget over this impasse. So craftily, they want to use the first lady as a kind of scapegoat because they don't do another African country. Remember, say this Kwedu Limited or Octia or whatever you call them, now Benny Stimers, na one of the subsidiary companies in West Africa.
Okay.
So because of the case we get from Guinea, we transfer authority to Dag Kramer, when a family member. So they can do anything that people are even desperate because they can let for implicate political leaders then so that they get everything they want in the country. So the first lady do not do anything wrong.
Yeah, because with the Yeri politically now, they don't really politicize this one. They don't go into different sectors in the country. All man they talking your own with itself. Now that make I ask you that particular question. So the workman themselves been done take the company in a court. You can tell we waiting at the status of that right now.
Yes, the company, at least the workman they don't sue because what to make them sue the company now because they don't resign. They all don't say that the resignation, they say if the company not adhere to the conditions. The president of the Republic of Sierra Leone tried to intervene directly, but the intervention been very unsuccessful. So the company came after people don't think that the resignation almost a month. The company can, I say, they sacked them without benefit because the strike be very illegal. So the up and down, the people that they work go courts. Now salon court now so far.
So they
So they
don't
may not get
start
lawyer,
the
then they
court
go court.
proceedings. They don't start the court proceedings already.
Yes, they don't start the court proceedings. They don't appear 2 or 3 times. 3 times they don't appear now in the courts. And progressively, as it is now, a very good for we that the onlookers, when sympathizers of the workman then, the proceedings not bad at all for the workman then because the points when they score very solid and valid.
Okay. So now, Kwedu, the court they take place on a Freetown.
Well, now the Supreme Court or the High Court of Sierra Leone, because the court where they also court will move. Now intermittently it can set they can settle. So now Freetown at national level. And you know, say we don't get residential lawyers there, plenty in the province. So all you learn in Africa. So the court case very expensive. And that will make the last echo coming. We say a lot of support there with the integration process. The money be very small, but it was also timely.
Yeah, so now that I want to ask now, any institution they where they assist them financially, like a union where they been belong to before, or they just they work them on their own?
Well, now only echo don't come out in public. That the executives of current organization will come out and help them, just like how we do before. For
Okay.
the union with the United Mines Workers, now a complete betrayal mm, of a workman there because they take sides, they support the company in actions. Instead of them supporting workman, they survive, where they pay them dues. So this tells you how weak we institutional situation in Sierra Leone. Because by rights, a union supposed to be a pressure group way for the underprivileged ordinary man. But unfortunately, even the government manipulates some of their union they also for continue to suppress the ordinary citizen. So the union don't ever support them at all.
This is really rather unfortunate. What do you feel say um, the Kono authorities then for do now? Because if this company they try for come back, what do you feel say Kono authorities then for do in collaboration with the government for review the mining policies them for let any other company, even if na Kwedu Limited they can now on another company, for let them review mining policies for turn over a new page. How successful that they go there right now?
Well, we dey hope that the government of Sierra Leone, because now one of the countries there, now one of the governments there we don't sign to almost every international best practice. You know, say you get international law, then like the KPCS, then at the Kimberley process, you get what they call the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, you get the Washington Declaration, you get the Africa Mining Vision. Then they're all our best practice so that communities can go benefit from the mineral wealth. But Salon government, with all them things that we don't sign to, they don't support community development at all. We want let them change the law then from the community development funds, then for raise them from 1% to 5%. We also want let the communities then let the primary host communities then become signatories. Let not be no more bilateral agreement, let it be trilateral agreements. What I mean by that, communities and governments and companies that for sit down to negotiate all the mine lease agreements. Let not be governments and companies no more. Yes. So even the laws, even the employment laws, let the locals and get a lot of say over that. So now some of the major changes in that really what they want them do.
So in that light,
Above all, the foreign exchange rates. The foreign exchange rates, the money where they pay the foreign workers, the expatriate workers, then it will be of the same value in the local currency to the locals.
okay, that is very well noted because I think say that now one of the major problems the way the workman and get with the company. Yeah. So waiting in that light now, if all that for be successful, waiting at the message where you go send to traditional authorities, the lawmakers, then where they represent Kono, for let this become a success.
Well, make us start with the traditional authorities. Uh, Anybody in a traditional authority, let not say, not by accident, you become a chief. That the people and they elect you, and are you right for they defend and protect the people's interests instead of you defend foreigner interests. Also, many authorities then team up, then put them food on, then tell government say the law they not good in the country. Let them get greater say over the sharing of the mineral wealth. Let most of the proceeds, let in terms of tax collection, let the local councils then get a stake instead of central government collecting all the taxes. Let them advocate for that.
That is,
To the lawmakers in the parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone, may them know say them owe a bigger obligation to the primary host communities. Let them institute a law where go support district mining committees, where go support greater say of communities over the mineral wealth. Let the powers that the minister highly reduce. Let communities then get more say. Let the parliament push for that. Because the minister and a single person that can bribe at any given time. Yes. Let them also make sure so they push for parliamentary focus for all mining communities in Sierra Leone. So now the messages I get for the Sierra Leonean audience.
thank you very much, Mr. Bockarie,
And
and
equally for the international community.
yeah. Finally, before we dey close, um, any short message there for Kono picking the way dey na the diaspora, the one wey dey back Kono, way for make we all try for think alike for the interest of Kono, and we stop this infighting for let we country and we home go before. In a very short summary, please.
I dey appeal to every Kono picking any side we dey for support Kono in best interests. Whether if una dey na political one party, una for work together for the greater aspiration of the Kono people. Because the divide and rule is too much. Is they also dey ask Kono politicians and stakeholders to let them support. Then will command them over 1,000 where they suffer today. Let them help them so that we will come out of this mess. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Bockarie, and I will get back to you because I know say it on late, very very much, Yanda and yourself it on late, and we will continue this interview and other topics then the way I will bring up. I know say you know we get a wealth of experience in that area then day, but I want to tell you thank you for let you take your time na this early
Yes, sir.
part of the morning over yonder for talk to me. We will
Yeah.
continue this talk again. Thank you so much, Mr. Bockarie.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Family then this na Mr. Ibrahim Bockarie where I don't just talk to. Na man we get a wealth of experience this with national issues, mining and other things the way they take place in our country. We will get for call and back for give you update on other things that we I don't outline. And I want to tell you all thank you. Wanna subscribe, wanna subscribe it. Wanna share the messages them and wanna comment and wanna also click on the bell so that whenever I they on, wanna go get that notification. Once more, this na David Bongo the Canto from Kono News Network. I want to tell thank you to everyone.